Hi, friends! Yesterday, you learned about how to compare stories between the stories of Sam and Lily. Comparing means that we were going to find out what was the same between their experiences. Today, we're going to reread Sam and Lily's stories, but we're going to contrast their two experiences. Contrast means that we're going to explain how two items or two experiences are different rather than how they're the same. So let's dive back into the story and figure out what's different between Sam's story and Lily's story. Let's read Sam's story together. You've heard it once before, but let's do it again and recall what we know. Sam is not excited about first grade. His family just moved to Ohio. He is starting first grade at a brand new school, High Five Elementary. He is scared and misses his old friends. The night before school, he is nervous and can't sleep. He is even more nervous when he walks into his new classroom the next morning. He meets his new teacher, Mrs. Smith, and she is really nice. Then Sam becomes friends with a boy named Peter. He eats a yummy school lunch and plays on the awesome playground at his new school. Sam decides he's going to like first grade after all. Wow, Sam has a wonderful story. Let's recall some important details about his story that make his a little different than Lily's. He's in first grade. That's an important part of this story. So is going to the new school, High Five Elementary. If it wasn't a new school, things might have been different for Sam. He's nervous, as I would be if I was going to a new school. And he couldn't sleep the night before school. He got to meet his really nice teacher, Mrs. Smith, and became friends with Peter. And finally, he gets to eat lunch and play on the playground. Those are the big, important pieces about his story. We can recall the beginning, middle, and end of his story. Let's check on Lily and see what her story is about. Let's read. Lily is so excited for first grade to start tomorrow. She can't wait to return to High Five Elementary. She can't sleep the night before school because she's so excited. She gets up bright and early and her mom drives her to school. There, she meets her new teacher, Mrs. Smith. She loves Mrs. Smith right away. She gets nervous for a minute because she doesn't see any of her friends from kindergarten. She quickly becomes friends with a girl named Katie and a boy named Peter, though. She loves new first grade playground. Lily knows first grade is going to be the best. Let's look back at her story and find out the important details. She's going into first grade, and she's returning to the same school, High Five Elementary. So no wonder she's excited. She gets to go back to her school. So she must be very excited. So excited, she can't sleep before school starts. She has a wonderful teacher, Mrs. Smith, and she becomes friends with a boy named Peter and a girl named Katie. And she gets to play on the wonderful first grade playground. Now we're going to contrast the stories. That means we're going to compare parts of the stories and contrast other parts. We're going to look for what's different and what's the same. We found out all of the things that were the same yesterday. So let's really focus on what's different. If we can find out what's different, we automatically know what's the same. So let's look and see what's different between Sam and Lily. Below their stories, we see our lists. How Sam went to first grade at new school, which is High Five Elementary. He was nervous. He couldn't sleep the night before school. His teacher is Mrs. Smith. He becomes friends with Peter, and he eats lunch, then plays on the playground. And Lily's list. She goes to first grade. She's returning to the same school, High Five Elementary. She's excited and can't sleep the night before school. Her teacher is Mrs. Smith. She becomes friends with Peter and Katie and plays on the playground. What's different about those lists? Take a look and see. Did you see something different? Let's see if you found something different just like I did. I notice here that Sam goes to a new school, where Lily is returning to the same school. Sam was nervous before he started the school, where Lily was very excited. Sam becomes friends with Peter, but only Peter, where Lily is friends with Peter and Katie. Also, we heard that Sam ate a yummy lunch before he played on the playground, where Lily, it didn't say that she ate lunch. So there's nothing for me to highlight there. So those are a few things that were different between their experiences. What is one way that Sam and Lily's experiences are different? Your task is to draw a picture about what you know and answer the question. So, what did you think was different between Sam and Lily's experiences? Interesting. I noticed that too. Maybe that's the picture you should draw. How about you get your pencil and paper, or crayons and markers, or even colored pencils, whatever you have to use, and draw a picture of Sam and Lily's experiences. Maybe just like in this picture here, you can split it down the middle and draw Sam's on one side and Lily's on the other. Show what's different between them. I hope you had a fun time today, boys and girls. And remember, show what you know on that wonderful drawing. Bye bye.